Every September, the world pauses for Apple. Their keynote is more than a product launch, it is a cultural event where the company redraws the lines of what is possible. In 2025, the anticipation is heavier than ever. This year, the spotlight falls on the iPhone 17 family. 3 models are expected, but it is the iPhone 17 Pro Max that stands at the center of the storm. This device is not just another iteration. It represents Apple's clearest statement yet about where smartphones are heading, both in design and in function. Unlike previous cycles where the changes felt like refinements, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is rumored to bring genuine leaps. At the heart of the conversation is battery life. For years, iPhone users have pleaded for larger cells, and in 2025, Apple seems ready to respond with force. Alongside that headline upgrade, whispers point to a redesigned interior, smarter charging, camera advancements, and AI features powered by the next-generation A19 Pro chip. Piece these together, and you begin to see why many believe this will be the most consequential iPhone in a decade. The 5,000 mAh turning point. The most dramatic rumor is a battery breakthrough. Apple is said to be pushing the Pro Max past the long-desired 5,000 mAh mark. Compare that to the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 4,422 mAh and the iPhone 16 Pro Max's 4,676 mAh, and you see how significant this jump is. Android competitors have crossed that line already, but for Apple, it marks a historic first. Battery size is not just a statistic, it changes how a phone is lived with. Screens are brighter, refresh rates higher, processors hungrier, and cameras more demanding. Bigger batteries mean breathing room. Combine a 5,000 mAh cell with Apple's famously efficient iOS 19 and the cutting-edge A19 Pro, and suddenly the possibility of 2-day endurance appears real. For creators filming 4K or 8K content, for professionals traveling long hours, or simply for people tired of carrying power banks, this change is transformative. Redesigning the inside. Packing such a large cell required rethinking the iPhone's internal structure. According to leaks, Apple compressed the logic board, trimmed space by using a smaller 3nm plus A19 Pro chip, and deployed L-shaped battery modules that wrap intelligently around components. Reinforced casing and new adhesives are expected to make the pack sturdier and easier to service, a nod to growing regulatory pressure around repairability. In the US, the shift to eSIM-only also gives Apple an advantage. Without a physical SIM tray, engineers reclaim more internal real estate. In China, where physical SIMs remain, the tray returns, but both versions are still expected to clear the 5,000 mAh milestone. Charging, Apple's way. Where rivals flaunt 100W plus wired charging that fills a phone in minutes, Apple is not expected to join that race. Instead, the company is doubling down on longevity and thermal control. The Pro Max will likely continue around 27W wired speeds, but MagSafe could nudge closer to 20-25W. More intriguing is the possibility of reverse wireless charging, letting the iPhone top up AirPods or an Apple Watch on the go. Add iOS 19's rumored charging controls, such as pausing at 80% or enabling slow overnight charging, and Apple's approach becomes clear: health and sustainability over flashy numbers. Lighter, stronger, sleeker. Despite the bigger battery, reports suggest the iPhone 17 Pro Max might actually feel lighter in the hand. The reason? A new titanium composite frame, stronger than before but shaved down in weight. Paired with slimmer bezels and possibly a striking dark chrome finish, the device aims to be both futuristic and comfortable. Apple knows that a phone you hold dozens of times a day must feel as refined as it looks. The display evolution. Apple's displays have always been among the industry's best, but the Pro Max may raise that bar again. Expect a Super Retina XDR Pro panel with LTPO4 OLED, capable of dropping refresh rates to 1 Hz for always-on display and surging to 120 Hz for fluid motion. Brightness could peak at an eye-watering 3000 nits, making the screen legible even under blazing sun. For media consumption, gaming, and professional editing, this leap positions the iPhone 17 Pro Max as a true pocket cinema. Cameras, precision over hype. The camera system will not reinvent itself but will refine what already works. A 48MP main sensor returns, but with sharper low-light performance. The telephoto lens I finally achieved 6x periscope zoom, exclusive to the Pro Max, while the ultra-wide sees detail upgrades. On the software side, iOS 19's computational photography and AI-driven enhancements will likely become the true differentiators. From on-device editing to 8K recording, Apple continues to blur the line between phone and professional gear. The brain, A19 Pro plus iOS 19. Driving it all is the A19 Pro, a chip designed for both speed and intelligence. Built on a 3nm Plus process, it promises 20% greater efficiency. But the real leap lies in AI. Real-time translations, predictive features, and smarter Siri interactions will all lean on the neural engine's expanded muscle. For gamers, the graphics performance is expected to rival portable consoles. With iOS 19 on top, the iPhone 17 Pro Max becomes less of a phone and more of a handheld AI-powered computer. The when and how much. Mark the date, September 9, 2025, is expected to be the grand reveal, with pre-orders soon after and shipments rolling mid-September. Prices will remain in Apple's premium bracket, likely starting at $1,199 and stretching to $1,599 for the 1TB configuration. More than just another upgrade. Taken together, the iPhone 17 Pro Max feels less like a yearly refresh and more like a generational pivot. A larger battery, smarter charging, lighter frame, brighter screen, refined cameras, and an AI-powered chip make it Apple's boldest iPhone in years. For users sitting on older models, this may finally be the upgrade worth making. For Android loyalists who always cited battery life as Apple's weak spot, the argument may no longer hold. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is not simply Apple's next phone. It is a statement of intent, and possibly the most advanced smartphone ever to leave Cupertino.